Men. I don't know about any of you, but I actually find guys really hard to buy for. I feel like they never tell you what they want. They're always like, oh, you don't have to buy me anything. But deep down, I know guys like getting gifts. I like getting gifts, so why wouldn't a guy like getting gifts? So what does that lead me to? 100 plus gift ideas for guys. So the first one is a classic, an aftershave or a cologne. It can be pricey, it can be cheaper, that's all that it is. Even if they don't use it, they'll still appreciate it. Okay, this one I didn't specifically put on this list, but my husband did, and he just said tools, but more specifically, it would be brands of tools that they like. Apparently guys have tool brands that they stick with. They buy things in the same brand. So make sure you're paying attention to that. If you're gonna buy them a tool, it has to be a brand that they like. The next one is personalized gaming stuff, if your guy is a gamer. So you can get them like a light up sign with their gamer tag on it. You can get them like a mouse pad with their gamer name. I'm not a gamer, but I think that could be a good idea. Just like paying attention to their interests and being like, oh, this is your gamer tag? Like, let's make it happen. The next one is also kind of a gamer computer kind of guy, and that's just a desktop pad. So I know there's so many different kinds of desktop pads that you can get, but one that's like a little bit more personalized or one that just you think they would go like and like the aesthetic of, I think would be awesome. The next one is one that we like to play with our friends, and that is just a specific type of game, which is an escape room game. So we play this with couples, with friends, and it's just like this game that comes in a box. I'm gonna get one. This is one that we have not played yet. It is just an unlock game, and this one comes with 3 games in it. You use cards and you use an app and you have to solve whatever you're trying to solve, whatever like mystery or quest you're going on. This specific brand you can only play once because then you know how to play it. Exit games you can only play once, but there are some games that will have like multiple endings, so you can play it a few times. And I feel like this is a really good activity to buy somebody. The next one is one that I feel like I always end up buying every single year because I never get sick of it, and that's just like a funny t-shirt. So it can be an inside joke that you guys have. It can just be a funny like meme or something on the t-shirt. It really depends on the guy if he'll appreciate that or not, but I love it. Number 7 is very generic, but also can be very specific, and that is just books. If your guy's not a big reader, find him something that probably is just like an easy read, but something that he will genuinely get some joy out of. Yeah, it can even be a comic book. I don't know if guys are still into comic books, but stop. My cat's like scratching this chair. Ow! Go find a toy or ow! The next one is a good one for guys who care and don't care about their hair, and that's just a hair product or a hair gel. If you want their hair to look better, buy them some product. Instantly, they might try it out once or twice and be like, this is kind of nice. Something that I always like to start with if a guy doesn't use hair product is more of a cream and easy to use hair product, and then they can work their way into more of like that clay. This one goes along with the funny t-shirts, but it's just like a cool pair of socks. They make crazy kinds of socks nowadays. They make food type socks. They have celebrities on socks. They have spaceships on socks. Like there's just so many different types. And I know certain guys, they have different socks for every occasion. We go bowling, they're wearing their bowling socks. Taco Tuesday, taco socks. Like it's just crazy how they can just fit their socks with everything. So that's a good like stocking stuffer or just like a bundle of socks, I think would be a good gift idea. The next one I find more of a practical gift, but a cool gift, and that's just a wireless charger. I feel like there's so often where you're like, I would love to charge my phone right now in this like random spot of my house, but I only have so many charging cables. And a wireless charger will do most phones, so I feel like that's a very practical gift idea. If they're ever gonna switch up their phone, the charger still has use. The next one is a hot sauce or barbecue kit. It does depend on if the guy likes kind of cooking or if you like spicy things. You can go really customizable and kind of make your own, or you can just buy like a generic kit. This next one is a car organizer, so it can go over the back of the driver's seat or passenger seat, or it can go in kind of the middle console area, and it's just to organize like phones, snacks, other stuff. It's something that I feel like people will never buy for themselves, but it is handy to have. So it's just a really good, quick gift idea. This next one is a little bit more expensive, and it is headphones or AirPods. I have bought my dad AirPods in the past. Did we buy him those? He might have bought them for himself, I'm thinking. But it was one of the gift ideas that he wanted was AirPods. Whoopsie, sorry dad, didn't buy you that. I think it's just a really practical gift idea. If it is something that they're gonna use every day and it feels very practical, then why not invest the money and get them something that they're gonna love? I talk with my hands a lot, I'm noticing. The next one is camping gear. So it can be simple things like one of those sleeping mats that you lay on. It can be something for their tent. It can be a sleeping bag. It can be a hiking backpack. Just something that's a little bit outdoorsy and that guys will actually get use out of, and it's not just something that they have to lug around with them when they go outside. This one is also for either men who have recently moved out, ones who like to cook, and that's just a new, good quality knife set. I feel like they are actually pretty rare to come by as gifts. People just don't really think of that. And I don't know, high quality knives make a big difference when you're cooking in the kitchen. I feel like it is so much better to cut something with just like a sharp, good quality knife compared to like the dull one that you stole from your mom's kitchen 10 years ago. The next one is for your musical men over here, and that would just be a personalized guitar pick or just a really cool design of guitar pick. And if they're picky with their picks, then just get them all the different kinds of sizes and just be like, which one do you like the best? I bought them all. Another one which I think is pretty cool and has come back into trend lately is vinyl records. So if they don't have a record player, that might have to be like number 1 on the list. But then, yeah, for years to come, you can just buy them records of their favorite albums that they already have on their phone or MP3 player. I think that's a really good gift idea. It's a gift that keeps on giving. The next one is a foot massager or some sort of massage tool. I know on Amazon, I think, they have these like foot massagers where you just put your feet in and you get a foot massage and they can just use it. Ow! My cat keeps on attacking me. It's literally terrifying. I feel like it's a really good practical gift and no guy thinks of buying that for themselves. But then when they have the chance to use it, they're like, this is awesome. It's like that little at-home luxury they never knew that they needed. The next one is plants, specifically plants that do not die very easily. Something like cactuses or succulents, stuff that needs like a little bit of nurturing and love, but not a plant that they have to watch every day and it will slowly like die. The next one is a men's toiletry travel bag. Men do this thing where they carry everything in giant Ziploc freezer bags. I don't know if you know men like that, but I do. And I feel like sometimes they just need a really good quality, like, traveling bag to carry with them. It can literally have toothbrush, toothpaste, and deodorant in it, and it will still travel a million times better than their Ziploc bag. The next one is a wallet, and some men are very specific with what kind of wallets they like. Something that I think guys would really like is if you go out of your way to get like a leather, locally made wallet, just something that's a little bit more high tech. Some guys like those quick like pop-up wallets. So just pay attention to what he likes and what he uses and how much stuff he's carrying around. Because if he only carries around 2 cards, then definitely get him something smaller. If he carries around his whole bank account in his wallet, then definitely something a little bit larger. Hi, baby. The next one is a pair of winter boots, and not just those clunky, heavy, like dense winter boots, but winter boots that can be worn with any outfit, something that's a little bit more insulated, but still nice looking. And read the reviews and read like if they're true to size or not, and then always make sure that they are returnable with any kind of generic clothing purchase, because you do not want them to be stuck with something they're not going to use. This one is random, but I feel like every guy I've seen receive this loves it, and it's just like candied nuts. Like, you know those like they're peanuts or almonds and they have like that sugary coating around it. They go hard for it. Like, no, not like that. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. That's terrible. I'm cutting that out, maybe. They go crazy for it. They love that in their stocking. Yeah, we're moving on. The next one is just hockey merch. So hats, jerseys, sweaters, all the things with their favorite team logo on it. Maybe it has their favorite player on the back. Some guys don't want a player on there. They just want to rep the team and that's it. So pay attention to that, their preferences, and get them something like that. For my dad's Christmas present last year, I think, we got him a Vancouver Canucks like retro jersey and he loved it. It was awesome. He was like, I can't believe you guys got me this. I'm like, we did. The next one goes along with one that I said a few times ago, and that's just a board game. Something that I actually did when Mason and I were first dating is I bought a Monopoly set because that's his favorite game, and I painted over it, and I actually made it like a personalized Monopoly game. It took me forever. I had to paint over it. I painted over each individual space. I painted over all the cards and rewrote all of them and tried to keep all the values the same because that matters to him. And we still play that game to this day. So I just feel like buying a good quality investment board game is a really good idea. The next one is something that I get ads for a lot, and I don't know why because I'm not a guy, but it's the men's Lululemon joggers. Maybe it's because I keep clicking on it because I love looking through their men's selection. I just am curious about, now that they've branched out into the world of men, I always look. I don't know why. I'm like, maybe I'll buy Mason this, even though I know he would not appreciate me spending that kind of money on him for parents. But I feel like once you get a good quality pair of like sweatpants or joggers, they can't go back from that. They love it. So a good pair of Lululemon men's joggers is a good idea. The next one is one that will benefit you if this is a guy that you are dating or seeing, and that is just a really comfy, fluffy bathrobe. It can be blue, it can be green, it can be black, something that goes with their style. But trust me, I bought Mason a bathrobe a few years ago and I wear it way more often than he does. Next one is just like a full set of razors. I know the brand Harry makes like a big pack of just razors that you can buy. It has 2 sticks in it and a bunch of different little razor heads. That's what we buy in our household, and I feel like it's a really practical, especially for those guys, like maybe they just want to get into grooming a little bit more, or maybe it's, you know, that like 13-year-old who just needed to start shaving for the first time. It's good to buy him like that big old kit and just get them into that habit of just knowing how to shave. The next one also goes along with like hygiene and stuff, and it is just a really nice shampoo and conditioner. Something that isn't just like 18-in-1 body wash, hair wash, conditioner, everything. It's a scent that he's gonna like. It makes his hair feel moisturized, and just like an actual separate shampoo and conditioner, I feel like most guys don't end up using until they get married and their partner's like, we're gonna change some things around here. Some stuff about your routine. The next one is a nice belt, something that isn't too flashy, it's not too casual, it's just a really good in-between, and it can be worn with a bunch of outfits. You can do black, tan, brown, just something that's gonna go with a lot of different things. And the next one is a homemade blanket. I made one a few years back, and I like to do that giant yarn and just hand knit it. And it took me probably about 3 days to actually make the blanket itself, and I was just watching TV and knitting this blanket as I went along. It is still being used to this day. Is it a little bit ratty now? Yes, but the thought was there, and it was such a good gift to give somebody. The next one is an insulated water bottle. So you can go with someone's favorite company that makes water bottles. You can go with just a generic water bottle, a cool design on it perhaps. You could hand paint the water bottle for all I care. But just make sure it is something that if you're putting something cold in there, it's gonna stay cold. Got it? The next one is a good pair of sunglasses, something that has that like UV 400 in them, that suits their face shape very well, and that they can wear all year. I know a lot of guys who have like a driving pair of sunglasses and a regular pair of sunglasses. So maybe buy them 2 pairs of the same one so they can leave one in their car and have one for every day. The next one is a watch strap or like an Apple Watch band. Again, you can go really kind of fancy, bougie, more leather. You can just go for a few different colors or a pattern. And I think that's a really good and practical gift idea. And something that they probably won't buy for themselves because they're like, well, I already have a watch band. Do I need another one? Yes. From me. And with that is the next one, which is again a little bit more expensive, but it is a watch. For our anniversary, maybe? For our wedding present? I forget what it was. For something, I actually bought Mason a wooden watch from, I'll remember the brand. I'll like put the brand up here. And honestly, it came on time. It was really good quality, and he still wears it for like special occasions. And I love that watch. It is so, so nice. The next one is just a good candle. I just feel like having some of those really good quality scents, like when you walk into a guy's place and it just smells good and they have a candle burning, you're immediately like, that's not a boy, that's a man. Fire hazard, but as long as they're not like a, what's the word called when you set fire to things? Arsonist? Something. As long as they're not that, you'll be fine. Why am I even saying that? Let's move on. The next one is more of a gift that can be used in summer, which is just a cornhole set. And it's that like beanbag tossing game. I feel like yard games are so underrated, but they're so fun when you're able to play them with friends and family. And then the one after that is also a spike ball set. That is also a yard game. Your yard will get a little bit wrecked if you buy this game. So if this is like your kid and you're really protective of your yard, then tell them like take that to the nearest soccer field and go and play out there. But it is a really good and fun game to play. If the guy you are buying for lives off of coffee, then definitely get him this next one, which is just like coffee beans from a local place, somewhere kind of homemade, somewhere that roasts their own beans. If they do not have like a grinder, don't buy them beans. Then buy them the coffee like powder. I don't know what it's called. Coffee grinds. That's what it's called. It's called coffee grinds. Then buy them the coffee grinds and then they can make it themselves. Sometimes they'll have small like sampler packs. You can buy them like coffee advent calendars. There's so many things that you can do with coffee. The next one goes along with that coffee idea, and it is just buying them like a French press, something that's a little bit more fancy when they want to just up their barista game at home. This next idea, I would say, if you're gonna buy it, then buy something that's good quality, and that's just a Bluetooth speaker. Sometimes if you buy them just a crappy Bluetooth speaker, like, yeah, it works, but it doesn't really give you that full effect. Don't buy it if you're looking for more of like those under $50 gifts. I'm pretty sure like 50 and over, you can get a pretty good quality Bluetooth speaker. And the next one is just a really cool bottle opener. You can get the ones that kind of hang on a wall. You can get the ones that are just like more personalized and they just crack open. And a lot of guys drink bottled drinks that need like a little bottle opener, so it would just be nice to have something on hand. That's just super easy for them to use. The next one is just an overall grooming kit. So it can be like a nail set or a face set. Just something that lets them invest in their routine without being too overwhelming. This next one is a cheese board or knife set. A lot of guys do not think to buy themselves things that they need in their kitchen that aren't just like knife, fork, spoon. So if you actually buy them a really good quality like cutting board, cheese board, and a knife, they will pop it out at every occasion. They're having chips with the boys, they'll lay it on the cheese board set. Like, it's a great idea. The next one is one that I think my husband wants for Christmas, but I'm probably not getting him. And it's a beer advent calendar. Enough said. That's just a Christmas gift idea. The next one is just a car detailing kit. So if your man is already into cars, he probably already has this. But if it's someone who recently got their driving license, hello. If it's someone who recently bought a new car and you just want to get them things that will just help in their everyday life, then yeah, just like a little like detailing kit for their car, something to wipe down their headlights with, spray their seats down with. I don't know what a car detailing kit is. My husband told me to put it on here. I'll look it up. Really easy to use skincare. A one-step moisturizer, a one-step exfoliant. That's really all that guys need, unless they do want to get more in depth with their skincare. But I feel like just bare bones, lay it out, tell them how to use it, when to use it, where to use it, they're gonna love it. The next one is a phone case. Again, there is a variety of phone cases out there. Make sure it fits the phone that they're using. Make sure to look at their phone model and then buy them that. This next one is one that I think is kind of cool, and it's just a heated vest. It's like a vest that you put on and it has like wires inside of it. That sounds terrible. And it heats. You're gonna stay warm all winter. So that's a good idea. Buy them that one. If the guy that you're buying for has a Google Home in his house, then it's really good to buy those Google smart plugs, because then they can just control even more things from their phone or from their Google. The next one is a puzzle. It can be a customizable puzzle where you can put your own picture on there. It can be a big puzzle, small puzzle, but just something for them to do. Because I find in winter, there's so little things to do, actually. Like when you're just sitting at home and it's snowy outside. I feel like so many people love to just watch TV and put together a puzzle, but then they always run out of puzzles to do. And you can easily thrift that one as well. Just make sure that the thrift store puts like complete on the box. The next one is just a heated blanket. Every person is different, but so many people that I know just run on cold. I myself am running on cold all the time. I feel like just having like a cozy blanket to warm up in on a winter day, perfect. The next one is again for phones, and that is just a portable power bank for your phone, something that you can plug into and just charge your phone anywhere and everywhere. The next one is a Lego set, specifically a more adult Lego set. So the succulents, the plants, like things that you actually have to take the time and build. Any guy I know would be happy to receive that. Like they would love it. The next one is a breakfast sandwich maker. Men love to eat. It's what they do. It's like a hobby for them. I do not know a guy that does not like breakfast sandwiches. So you can get those little sandwich makers that have all the different trays. It just comes all in one and then you like, whoo, and it falls down and it's like a full ready to eat sandwich. They'll love it and they'll probably use it every Saturday morning. The next one is just a portrait of their pet. If they have a pet, if they don't, maybe a portrait of you. It can be hand painted. I know Etsy has a lot of those kind of things. We have a few shots of Cooper, our cat, who's like been attacking me the whole video, and he's like dressed as a general. It is literally like the coolest thing ever. I would always recommend that. The next one goes for guys who kind of like play a lot of card games or games with their friends. They can play poker, and that is just a cool or fancy deck of cards. I have previously bought like a pair of gold flake decks of cards, so I just feel like having like a more unique set of cards is really fun. The next one you can buy is just like barbecue accessories, so it can be like flippers, tongs, that kind of stuff. If the man likes to grill, buy him something like that. This next one is a tennis racket. I feel like maybe it's just my own life that tennis is coming back and making a resurgence. Maybe everyone's already been on this kick and I just didn't know it. But a really good quality tennis racket, you buy it for them for Christmas and then you can look forward to playing tennis in the spring, summer, fall. The next one is boring. Just so you know, it is boring. But it's a calendar. And you can even personalize it and put like all different like dates in there. You can write in it. I don't know, I think it's just something that's super cool. The next one is a good set of golf clubs or a good golf bag. I feel like the two kind of go hand in hand. You can buy like any sort of golf equipment. Bags, tees, balls, gloves. There's so many different kinds of things that go hand in hand with golf. Maybe a good hat. Get them some golf gear is basically this point. The next one is for guys who love shoes, and if they really love them, they probably already have it, but maybe you can update it. It is a sneaker care kit. So something that they can use to clean off their shoes, to wash their shoes, a little like brush to scrub off some dirt off their shoes. And I know if your guy's not like this at all, you're like, that is the stupidest gift idea ever. I know at least 3 men who have this. Again, one for men that like to like play games, and that is just a cool dice set. Especially if your guy is into kind of D&D and that realm of things, you can find these crazy different colored dice sets on Amazon. They're amazing. So invest in those for sure. The next one's boring but good, and it's just a tie, and it can be a tie that goes with everything. It can be a funky tie, it can be a neutral colored tie, a bright tie, just something that like looks really good. The next one is a gaming chair. Again, worth the investment if you're gonna spend the money. Try and go for the colors that he likes. If his favorite colors are like blue and green, get him a blue and green gaming chair. The next one is just like an electric razor. Something, again, that's just like guys sometimes won't invest in, and they'll just be using the same crappy razor from like 8 years ago. The next one is gift cards. So if your guy works in like a busy area of the city and you know he has like a 20 to 30 minute lunch break, buy him a gift card to a food restaurant that is near his work. The next one is driving gloves. So something that's like good quality, leather, insulated, especially when you guys go through colder winters. It's good to have those gloves that you can slip on before you get into your car. Otherwise your hands are just freezing on the steering wheel. The next one is expensive but cool, and it is a VR headset. I know for me in my house, we have the Quest 2, but there's a Meta Quest 3 that is like the #1 recommended VR headset. But keep in mind, if you're getting them that, every game on VR does cost extra money. So you're gonna wanna be willing to make that sacrifice and maybe purchase like 2 games as well. The next one is also for someone who drinks hot drinks, but they just don't have time to finish it. And it's just a little mug warmer that you can put on your desk or a counter, and you just set your coffee on it and it'll keep your mug warm. The next one is a digital picture frame. You can upload pictures on it. You guys can put pictures on it together, but it's just a really cool decor piece around your house because it just changes like every 5 seconds and you just get new pictures to look at. The next one is good for more of that like adult homeowner kind of guy, and it is just a smart thermostat, something that maybe you can control it from your phone. It has like that digital screen. It's just better than hitting the buttons all the time. The next one is an air purifier, which kind of has a dual purpose where it cleans all the air in whatever space you're in, and it also can act as like a white noise machine for when you want to go to bed. I feel like it's a great idea. The next one is great for people who love to travel or are kind of on the road a lot, and that is just an air tag. Even for people who lose their keys a lot, it'd be good for me. The next one is good quality underwear. I feel like some guys wear the same pair of underwear for like 15 years. I keep on using years as a reference, but it's true. So yeah, get them a good pair of like Calvin Klein's or Saks or whatever you guys want to buy them. I mean, definitely don't buy this for like a coworker or something. It has to be a guy that you know well enough to buy them underwear. The next one is a cooler backpack. It can be a small one, it can be a big one. It's great for lunch kits, but just something that's gonna keep all your food cold. The one after that is a cooking class, and it's something that you guys can do together. If they're gonna just try and forge their way into society and they have no idea how to cook, then buy them just a beginner cooking class, learning how to season or spice food and just make it taste really good. The next one is, again, it could be pricey, could be cheaper, but it's just sporting event tickets. So if it's somewhere that's further away from you, then you might have to pitch in for like flights or gas money as well. Just buy them tickets to see their favorite team. I feel like that will be such a good memory, but make sure that you're going to. You don't want to just invest in it to not be able to go. If you want to go. If you don't want to go, buy them and send them on their merry way. The next one is, again, for kind of gamers or people who use computers a lot, and that is just a computer mouse. I think you can find pretty cool mouses online. Some guys are pretty picky, so I'd, again, pay attention to what they like. But you can customize the colors, you can wrap it in a cool, like, design. I think that's a good idea. The next one is you can buy them a hoodie from a certain brand that they like. If they have a YouTuber that they watch that makes merch, buy them something from their line. I know a lot of guys watch, like, the donut guys. They're kind of this car thing. And they have a collaboration with, what's it called? They have a collaboration with Zoomies. And so I have in the past gone and bought like a t-shirt or a hoodie from their line. And the people in stores are so helpful. If they have a collaboration with actual retail stores, go there and find something. It feels so good to go and like buy a gift. I know it's so easy to order things online, but honestly, buying in person just like fills up a part of my heart I never knew I needed. The next one is fun. It's something that I love, so I'm like, buy it for everyone. And it's just like a skee ball set. It can be the cheapest skee ball set ever, and it is so fun to play. We like set it up in our living room and just go ham. It's so good. And the next one is just a utility knife, or one of those like you pop it out and it has like 8 different things on it. I feel like every guy has one, so there probably is like some rite of passage where they just end up purchasing one or being given one in life. So why don't you be the person that gives it to them? The next one is for guys that are more whiskey drinkers, and it's just like a whiskey stone. So it's a stone that keeps your whiskey cold. I think I'm saying this right. It's a stone that will keep their whiskey cold without melting. Like, it's not like ice. So it won't melt and water down your drink. Perfect. The next one is just a big old poker set if your guy is wanting to get into poker, or you can get them a cool case to hold all their chips and stuff in. It's just a good idea. The next one is one that I've bought for a guy before, and he loves it, and he uses it to this day, and it's an air fryer. And you can find air fryers for like $89, and they will use them every single day. Their chicken strips never tasted better. And with the cooking trend, I'm saying also try buying them a slow cooker. If a guy is living alone, it will make his whole day if he has something that he puts in the slow cooker and he comes home from work and he's like, it smells amazing in here. And you can even buy like personal, like tiny slow cookers. The next one is a Nintendo Switch controller. You can buy them the actual Nintendo Switch, but I also think it's fun to just buy them like an extra set of controllers so they can play with more people. After that is a leather-bound journal. I know not all guys like to journal, but like a journal or a planner that just looks a little bit manly, has like that leather wrap on it. So cool. The next one is like an outdoor, what's it called? Like folding chair? It's not a folding chair, but it's like a camping chair. That's what it's called. So it's just an outdoor chair, and you can find such cool ones now where they're not just like all uncomfortable and one cup holder. Like they can be cushioned, they can be padded, and they can come in a variety of colors. And I feel like it's great for the guys who just spend a lot of time outside in the summer. The next one is just a home brewing kit. So they can brew wine, they can brew beer, they can brew, I don't know what else you brew. Stuff. Ales, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, just buying them that big kit and they can just make some stuff themselves. I feel like they'll feel so accomplished. They might not even like the end product, but they'll still drink it because they're proud of themselves. And the next one is, again, pricey, but it's just a gaming console, PS5, Xbox, a Wii. Maybe you could like find a Wii on Marketplace or something and be like, I bought this for you. I feel like that would be awesome. Let's say they already have a gaming console. Then what do you want to buy them? A controller. And not just any controller, a personalized controller. Why? Because that's their controller. Every time they pick it up, they're going to be like, oh, so-and-so bought this for me. They're the best. The next one is just like collectible knick-knack kind of items. So I know a lot of guys just collect like weird things. And not that they're weird necessarily, but like, is it called eclectic things? So some guys will collect like Funko Pops. Buy them a Funko Pop of their favorite character that you know that they don't have already, because collectors do tend to buy things for themselves when it comes out. So make sure that they don't already have it, but buy them something like that. The next one is cool, also if they're living by themselves or live with roommates or something. It is a Ring doorbell camera. It is so handy. We have one at our house. I love it. The next one is just a good quality like memory foam pillow. Their sleep will never be better than if they have an actual nice pillow to fall asleep on every single night. The next one is something that we have in our house that I use. Well, I actually used to use it like daily, and then I've stopped using it for a while, but it's a NutriBullet blender. So it's a little bit smaller than an actual blender, but it blends. It is so, so nice. Invest in that. It's a great thing to add to your kitchen rotation? Your kitchen arsenal. That's what I'll say. The next one is something for a guy who might either A, love cleaning or hate cleaning. It goes for both. And that's just like a little robot vacuum. We got ours from Amazon. We named him Herb. He's so lovely. He vacuums our living room for us, and I will never look back. He's just like the cutest little robot vacuum. And they're just little circles, but you fall in love with them over time. They're the best. The next one is also pricey, but it's just a drone. I just think it would be cool to own one. I think that's why it's on this list. I'm like, yeah, someone should buy me a little drone that I can fly it around. Like, that'd be awesome. The next one is buying like dumbbells or weights, especially if there's someone who has a home gym, then you can definitely buy them some more weights to add. The next one is for guys that own a camera or they want to own a camera. You can buy them separate lenses. I feel like it's really cool. If they are an actual photographer, then definitely research what kind of lenses they like using and then buy them something like that. And again, with the camera, the next one will be just like a camera bag. Something that's good quality, will hold it all in, won't break, and will keep it from jostling around too much. I think would be awesome. After that, we have just like a streaming stick kind of thing. So like a Fire Stick would be good. I forget what other kinds of sticks they make. Something that plugs into your TV so you don't really necessarily need a smart TV. That'd be awesome. Or I think like Roku makes little plug-in things. Maybe. I don't know. The next one I feel like is just a tried and true like winter gift. And that's just a flannel. He'll probably wear that 8 times a week. You know, he'll just throw it on in the evening. Done. The next one is just a popcorn maker. So you can get those kind of Jiffy Pop pots. You can get them an actual like big style popcorn maker. Nothing beats homemade popcorn. It tastes so good. Literally, if you bought someone that, I would be over at their house every day using it myself. So it's honestly a gift for you as well. The next one is just like a desk lamp or reading lamp. A lot of guys that I know do not invest in those good quality home accessories. Like they'll buy like a pretty decent couch, maybe a decent table, but it's those little accents that really make the home a home and the room more comfortable. So yeah, buy them a nice quality like reading light or bedside lamp. The next one is unique drink coasters. A lot of the time, I never have thought to use a coaster, but when they're provided, I will always grab one. You know? Always. And I love looking at them because they all have cute little designs on them. The ones that I have in my house right now are like cork ones, and they have little painted designs on them, and I love them. My cousin made them. She has her own business. I don't know if she's still selling them anymore or not, but I like bought 2 packs, and we use them all the time. The next one is, especially if they have trees in their yard, or if you're willing to screw a few things into studs in your house, is a hammock. Every time a hammock is presented to me, I get filled with joy. Can you imagine opening up a gift on Christmas morning? And it's a hammock? That'd be the best gift ever. The next one is something that I feel like a lot of girls get all the time, but guys don't receive enough of it, and it is soft, fluffy, cozy blankets. The amount of times that I have seen a guy say no when offered a warm blanket, a cozy, soft, fluffy, wonderful blanket, and they're just like, no, I'll pass. Absolutely not. They will take that and be like, thank you so much. The next one is one that I feel like men just need, and it is one of those hanging closet organizers, and it just changes their whole life. All of a sudden they have belts in one spot, they have socks in one spot, they have pants in one spot, and you're like, wow, I didn't know that you took this much care of your stuff. And he's like, what do you mean? I have 8 shelves, you have to put everything somewhere. The last one I think is pretty cool, and I'm just like thinking of it now as we're sitting here. A HelloFresh meal prep kit. Like, you just pick the meals for them based on what they like and just get it sent to them. You could do it for like 3 months. You could do it for a year if you're feeling really expensive. But it's just a really good idea because then they can cook it all themselves, but all the food is provided. I feel like that's such a good gift idea. And again, it's just like not very common. These are all my gift ideas. I hope you guys like them. I hope you actually could get like, even if you could only get 3 things out of it, I'm happy that I made it. If you did find this video helpful, if you guys liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any other ideas, definitely let me know in the comments. Have a great day, you guys. It was so nice to chat with you, and good luck in this buying season. It's crazy.